And I remember it really well, actually. It was this exact spot where I saw whales for the first time. Must have been about 10 years old, and it was in the school holidays early in the spring, which is when they migrate south. And it was late in the afternoon, much like today actually, when we spotted 2 humpback whales just a few hundred metres out. And they were flicking their tails and breaching and spouting water. And it was really quite exciting, and I remember thinking, this is definitely something that you don't see every day. So yeah, that's quite a fond memory I have of this place, and definitely something I'll remember for a long time. The coastal track here at Bundeena is something that I used to come to quite a lot as a kid with my family, and it was always a really nice day out. And I always liked the simplicity of just strolling through the park and not really knowing where you'd end up or where you were going, but enjoying it nevertheless. And I always remember getting really impatient because as a kid it felt like hours of walking to get to the edge, but once you got there the view was always worth it. Bundeena itself is really quite a hidden gem. It's located about 30 kilometres south of the city, and it's just one of those really quiet areas that often goes unnoticed, but it's always really nice to visit. The area is also quite culturally significant, as the word Bundeena is actually an Aboriginal word meaning noise like thunder, and when the waves crash up against the rocks and the cliff face, it's quite easy to understand why. Growing up, I've always been surrounded by the Royal National Park, and it really is incredible, but I think waking up and seeing it outside my window every morning, it really makes you take it for granted. And it's not until you come to places like this where you can just sit on the cliff face and really take in the view and have no distractions and there's hardly anyone around. It's moments like that when I consider myself really lucky to have been able to grow up in such an amazing place. And I just think there's something about walking along a cliff face with incredible ocean views and the rugged beauty of the national park that makes this place really special, and it's something that will always be part of my childhood and somewhere that I'll always come back to.